Hey you guys, this is certified nutrition consultant Catherine with Foods That Heal You and Foods That Heal You CBD. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the top most common mistakes people make when either taking or buying CBD oil. And before I get started, just so you know, below this video in the description, I will have links to my nutrition and CBD websites and our Facebook group if you'd like to join that group and ask questions and find out what other people are doing. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So the first most common mistake people make is not taking the CBD oil on a regular basis, consistently, daily. CBD is not a drug, so it's not going to work well on an as-needed basis. It's a superfood, it's an herb, so it builds up in your system over time. So the best way to use CBD oil is to at least take one serving a day, give it 2 to 3 weeks to build up in your system to experience the full effect. If you take it every other day or take it only as needed, you're likely not going to experience the effects that you're looking for. And so let's say, if, for example, you have anxiety and you say, well, I don't have anxiety every day, so I'm just going to take it when I feel more anxious. The problem with that, again, is when it's not built up in your system, you may not get the results that you're looking for. But if you take it every day, just like one serving, and then let's say you feel more anxious one day, you can just bump it up a little bit and take more that day. Or if you have insomnia or sleep problems, maybe take a little bit every night. And if you have a day where you were super stressed out and you know you're going to have more trouble winding down and sleeping, then you just maybe take more that night. So taking it consistently is absolutely key to succeeding and experiencing the full benefits of CBD oil. And some people it may take all the way up to 4 weeks. So definitely give it time, be patient, and don't give up on it, okay? The second mistake a lot of people make is comparing milligrams to milligrams directly. So they're looking online and they're buying a product and they're saying, well, this one has 1,000 milligrams and this other one has 5,000 milligrams. Okay, so you got to be really careful with that because there are so many variables in buying CBD oil that you can get scammed really easily. And the other thing is you just need to know what you're buying because it could be that one has 1,000, one has 5,000, but which one is really going to be better for you? And I'm just going to give you an example here. Really, more important than milligrams is going to be concentration. How much concentration per volume of liquid? And the example I'm going to give you here is our vape liquid because this is the most misunderstood. So our vape cartridges, this is our vape starter kit, and this has 250 milligrams of CBD in it. Our refill liquid that you refill if you have a refillable pen, this is not a refillable pen. This is a cartridge that when it's done, you throw it away and get a new one. This is refillable for a refill pen. This is 500 milligrams. So you have 250 milligrams and 500 milligrams. You would think the 500 milligrams would be stronger, but it's not because it's in a greater amount of liquid. So this one puff of this, you'd have to puff 5 times in a pen with this liquid in it to equal 1 puff of our vape shot starter kit or cartridges, okay? So that's really something you want to keep in mind right there. The other thing is going to be concentration when it comes to pure oil concentrates versus drops, okay? Let me just show you our gold label and our blue label. That's what I have here, the gold and the blue. These are whole plant extracts. They're thick. You've got gel and paste. They're really thick. That right there is a clue in that these are super concentrated. They are not diluted in any carrier oils. So if you're looking for the strongest, the purest, most natural, you're going to want something that's going to be thicker like this that doesn't have the carrier oil. And it's going to absorb better in the body, which I'll get to that. But a dropper like this has a carrier oil, which is really convenient and it's easy because you can take it on the go, put it on your tongue, whatever. There are different reasons. It's got flavors. So there's different reasons why you would get each one of these, but we're talking about milligrams to milligrams. If you look at the milligrams in these, it's higher concentration. This is 1,000 milligrams, which is really pretty strong, but you just want to be careful and know that how many milligrams per serving for this. Let's say, for example, I actually personally compared, of course I compared the different ones. When I take the gold label, which one serving is 8 milligrams versus one serving of drops, this by far is giving me much stronger effectiveness, much stronger dose. I feel it much much more, just stronger. It's just stronger. Even when I took 2 or 3 times the milligrams of this still, for me and for most people that report back to me, the concentrates have a stronger effect. Again, that's because it's not in a carrier oil. So you have to be careful that you're not just saying, well, this one has 8 milligrams a serving and this one has 20 milligrams a serving. That 8 milligrams a serving might be way stronger and have a much higher effect than the 20 milligrams that's in a carrier oil, okay? So just keep that in mind. Milligrams are not all equal. And then the last thing when it comes to comparing milligrams is you might see a bottle, a tincture of 5,000 milligrams. And you might say, well, that's 5,000 milligrams and this one's only 1,000 milligrams. So the 5,000 milligram might be better. Again, you got to look at the amount of liquid that it's in. That's really important because the concentration, like I said, makes a huge difference. These concentrates are gonna be stronger and have a better effect because they're so concentrated. But if you see a 5,000 versus a 1,000, look at the picture. And if the liquid is dark, let me open this one. If it's truly full spectrum, there's gonna be color to it. See how dark that is? That's true full spectrum. If the liquid is clear or more clear, that's not true full spectrum. Full spectrum is going to have color to it. What they could be doing, and I'm not going to accuse anybody of anything, but I'm just trying to educate you and teach you. If you're seeing like a 5,000, 3,000, whatever milligram bottle and it's more clear, they're probably filtering out a lot of the plant parts. It's still technically full spectrum, and then they might be adding in CBD isolate. So technically, yes, it's full spectrum. It started as full spectrum, but they filtered a bunch of stuff out. They added some isolate. There's just a dozen different ways that it can be done. So the easiest thing for you to do is look at the color of the liquid. If it's clear, you probably have a very distilled down or product, or you have isolate in there and they're calling it full spectrum. So just be careful with that, okay? Then the third mistake that people make is comparing with efficacy, not considering efficacy. So the efficacy of vape is like 97 to 97% is gonna get in your system. So when you take 3 puffs of our vape shot, you're gonna get approximately 3 to 4 milligrams. And you might think, well, that's nothing, right? Because compared to 15 or 20 milligrams, but 97 to 99% of that's getting into your system. You're actually utilizing it and absorbing it because it bypasses digestion. If you take a gummy bear or something like that that's 15 or 20 milligrams, it has to go through your, and I'm not a fan of gummy bears just because they have sugar and a bunch of added junk, artificial flavors. I'm not a huge fan, but a lot of people like them. You take them and it's got to go through your entire digestive system. So you lose a lot of that CBD that's not getting absorbed, and you're probably going to get a much better results with just the 3 milligrams of this vape that actually gets in your system versus whatever percent, maybe 50% of those 15 milligrams gets in there. You're down to 7 milligrams. And then maybe you don't have a good digestive system that knocks it down to 5. I don't know, but but efficacy, I just wanted to try to make it clear here that efficacy, absorption makes a huge difference. Second to the vape would be pure oil concentrates because they don't have all that carrier oil to go through. When you put this under your tongue, it's so concentrated that most of it's gonna get into your system and it's gonna have a higher efficacy versus drops, which have a carrier oil that it has to work through under your tongue, and it also leaks out from under your tongue a lot more than the concentrates, but it's going to have all that carrier oil to work through. So you have capillaries under your tongue that will absorb those nutrients. That's why sublingual is going to be better than like an edible or a capsule. It's all about efficacy. So really be careful when you're comparing milligrams to milligrams. Again, the first thing is make sure you take it consistently, daily, even if it's just a small amount, to keep that in your system and give it a boost when you need more. The second thing, milligrams to milligrams, be careful what you're buying when you're looking at the milligrams on the bottle. And then lastly, consider efficacy. If you have more questions, you can email us at support@foodsthathealyou.com or check out our Facebook, join our private group. I'll have a link below this video so that you can see what other people are doing and what's working for them, ask questions, and thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.